G'day guys, Lockie here and welcome to Cooking with Cobbers. So today we're going to be cooking rigatoni pie. It's a pretty easy recipe, but it's fucking delicious, so let's get cracking. Now I love to add a few vegetables in the first step, which is the pasta sauce. So we got some bottled up mushrooms here, got some basil, got a nice little brown onion there, and the key ingredient, bird's eye chili. Now I love spicy food. So I'm going to be adding all 7 chilies into that mix. So we're just going to chop up these veggies here as fine as possible for most of them. Slice up the mushrooms. And once you cut up all your veggies, as you see, I got veggies here. So you got your mushies, you got your basil, you got your onions, and fair chunk of chili. So get yourself a nice little pan here. Please excuse the state of the pan. It's an old classic, an old Aldi special, non-Teflon, but does the job nicely. So you want to get the nice old extra virgin olive oil, and you just want to, looks like this top needs to be open, so let's just pop that bad boy there. There, as simple as that. So as you can see, it's nice and open now. So it's just a little bit splash in there. Let that get around the pan. Nice, and maybe a little bit too much there, but that's okay. The more the merrier. So we'll get our veggies here, and we'll just doing this with one hand. You see, so it's a bit so let's just do that. As you can see now, that's all nicely sizzling in the pan. We're just going to lower that temperature there just so it's a nice little sizzle. And yeah, so obviously the recipe is called rigatoni pie, right? So the most important ingredient here is the rigatoni, and do not skimp on this ingredient. This is the most crucial ingredient of the recipe. You cannot skimp on the rigatoni, so get yourself a nice little brand. I go with the nice little Massanino brand, high quality. It's on special at the supermarket at the moment, $2 a pop for a bag. And that's a bit lazy when it comes to boiling the pasta, so I always actually use the kettle when I'm boiling the pasta. I'm just going to fill up the kettle here with some nice hot water, about perfect. And we're just going to pop that bad boy onto the kettle, watch the beer, turn that on, and just wait for that to boil. So now, as you can see, we got our veggies here, and they're nicely sizzling. As you can see, they're starting to reduce, get some of that flavour, and we're nearly ready to add the minced meat. So basically with this, you're cooking a spag bowl, so don't necessarily need to follow the recipe here. It's just almost a traditional spag bowl recipe. Now you do for this rigatoni pie here. Now I know I said before that the rigatoni pasta is perhaps the most crucial ingredient in this recipe, but I feel the most crucial ingredient in any pasta recipe is the minced garlic. Some people prefer to use fresh garlic, some people like to crush the cloves. For me, it's the old-fashioned minced garlic from the supermarket, but I like to add a fair chunk. So let's move that over here onto the bench. As you can see, it's getting nice. I want, because it's a big recipe, get a nice couple of handfuls there, straight in there, mix that all up, get that garlicky goodness, get that nice. You could smell this right now. The pasta boiling in the pan. Meat there, so that's all ready now, and we're just going to add the meat in there, and we're just going to cook a simple. So I always use our Ginger Station Aldi beef mince. So we're just going to open that packet there. We're just going to slap that in the pan there. So now we've got the meat in the pan here, and the pasta boiling. The next step is to preheat the oven to about 200 degrees. So I'll do that, and we'll keep this recipe on track. So with that meat all nicely simmering away, as you see, it's time to add the sauce, and the sauce we'll be using today is Basilico. It's from Aldi. It's an Aldi sauce. I think it's got basil, and well, it's pasta sauce. It's ideal with pasta. No shit, Sherlock. So we're just going to add that in the pan and keep on. So now the sauce is in the pan. I feel everyone watching is cooked a nice bag bowl for you. Just want to let that simmer. You just want to let that reduce. So while the pasta is boiling here, we'll just keep on, let that sauce simmer. Then we might turn that down a notch, just a bit hotter around the edges. And we'll check back in about 5 to 10 minutes time, and we'll get with the next step. So it's been about 5 to 10 minutes. You can see that sauce, it's reduced a little, still simmering, perfect. And now with the pasta, so the trick with the Rigatoni pie with the pasta is you don't want to cook it fully to what the pack says. So you want about 2 minutes behind. So as you can see here, go on else here, we'll just give a little bit of a, close to the camera, just a little bit of time. So that's perfect. It's not fully cooked, it's about maybe 2 to 3 minutes off. That's what you want. That will go in the pan there. So we're just going to drain this. And then we'll go to the most laborious step of this recipe. Not looking forward to it, guys. Now that we've drained the spaghetti, you just want to place your rigatoni into a nice mixing bowl here. And open the pan up here, and we'll get a nice little bit more of that extra virgin olive oil. And we'll just give that a nice little splash there. And for this step, you want to get out your Parmesan cheese, just a little Parmesan cheese. And what we'll do with that Parmesan cheese there, we'll just take that Parmesan cheese and we'll just mix that with the olive oil and the rigatoni and make a nice, and just give it a little shake. And then we'll show you the next step. Yeah, you don't want to go too overboard with the Parmesan cheese, so I just place maybe 3 or 4 shakes. I'm never good with actual measurements, just in there. So we're going to mix that through, and then we're going to place all that in the springform pan. So you're going to need a springform pan. So that rigatoni will just go in that springform pan there, and I'll show you the finished product. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've taken the pasta from that mixing bowl and I've placed that in that springform pan. So as you can see, try to do it as tight as possible. I greased the pan a little with a little olive oil. It's on the bottom and on the sides. So what you want to do is you want to get that tight as possible. As you can see, you got the little, we'll get real close so you can see the nice little Parmesan cheese there. So what we're going to do is, we're going to take our meat sauce mix, we're going to place that on top of, excuse me, on top of our rigatoni. Okay guys, so now we've added that pasta sauce there onto the rigatoni. We just go push down, let it seep in there. As you can see, the holes all filled with juice. So what we're going to do now is going to take this, put this in the oven, right here, on 200 degrees for about 15 minutes. Okay guys, so I've taken that rigatoni pie out of the oven here. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to lather the top with cheese. So I got a nice Italian inspired cheese blend. So what we're going to do is that we're just going to take some of that cheese and we're just going to put it on the top here, and I'll show you the finished product just in a second. Bam! So there it is, just covered in cheese there. So now we're going to pop that back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, just to let that cheese get golden brown, and we're nearly ready to eat a slice of this absolute bad boy. Okay guys, take a look at that. Look at that cheese. So we're just going to let that cool for about 5 minutes, then we're going to plate it up, and we're finally going to be eating a piece of this thing. I am so excited. This is taking me about an hour to cook, so I'm pretty hungry, I can tell you that right about now guys. So I've taken the ring off guys, and here is the finished product. Have a look at that. So we're just going to cut a slice of this, we're going to place it on it, and then we're going to have a final taste test. And so there we have it guys, there's some rigatoni pie. As you can see, there was a little bit of a mishap in terms of bringing the plate over, but the back of the pie seems to continue to have its structural integrity. So I love it spicy, so I'm just going to add a little bit of Frank's hot sauce. And now's the real test. Let's have a bit of a taste. We'll get a nice bit of cheese there. Ooh, take a look at that, folks. Take a look at that. Ooh-wee. That is delicious. Right amount of spice. Beautiful. So I'll eat all this up. The Great Northern. And there you have it. That will do it for the very first episode of Cooking with Cobbers. with me, Lockie. If you like that and you want to try that recipe at home, the ingredients list will be in the description below, and hopefully I'll see you next time for some more cooking with Cobbers.